Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm VERRIAL F.N. Will accompany you, and the climate change is kind of different because of La Nina. La Nina is a climate pattern that describes the cooling of surface ocean waters along the tropical west coast of Southern America. La Nina is considered to be the counterpart of El Nino, which is characterized by unusually warm ocean temperature in the equatorial region of the Pacific Ocean. Together, La Nina and El Nino are cold and warm phases of the El Nino Southern Oscillation, or ENSO. ENSO is a series of linked weather and ocean-related phenomena. Beside unusually warm or cool sea surface temperature, ENSO is also characterized by changes in atmospheric pressure. La Nina events sometimes follow El Nino events, which occur at irregular intervals of about 2 to 7 years. The local effects of the weather caused by La Nina, or little girl in Spanish, are generally the opposite of the associated with El Nino, or the little boy in Spanish. For this reason, La Nina is also called El Nino or El Viejo, Anti-El Nino or El Viejo, or they can call it the old man in Spanish. Scientists use the Oceanic Nino Index to measure the deviation from normal sea surface temperatures that El Nino and La Nina produce in the East Central Pacific Ocean. La Nina events are indicated by sea surface temperature decrease of more than 0.5 degrees Celsius or 0.9 degrees Fahrenheit for at least 5 successive 3-month seasons. La Nina is caused by a buildup of cooler than normal water in the tropical Pacific, the area of the Pacific Ocean between the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. Unusually strong eastward-moving trade with winds and ocean currents bring this cold water to the surface, or a process known as upwelling. Upwelling can cause a drastic drop in the sea surface temperature. Coastal sea surface temperature near Ecuador and Peru drop nearly 4 degrees Celsius or 7 degrees Fahrenheit during the 1988 to 1989 La Nina event. And the effect of La Nina, both El Nino and La Nina affect patterns of rainfall, atmospheric pressure, and global atmospheric circulation. Atmospheric circulation is the large-scale movement of air that, together with ocean currents, distribute thermal energy of the surface of the Earth. The changes are the main source of variability in climate for many years worldwide. Nina is characterized by lower than normal air pressure over the western Pacific. This low pressure zone contributes to increased rainfall. Rainfall associated with the summer monsoon in Southeast Asia tends to be greater than normal, especially in the northwest India and Bangladesh. This generally benefits the Indian economy, which depends on the monsoon of agriculture the industry. However, strong La Nina events can be associated with a catastrophic flood in northern Australia. The 2010 La Nina event collaterals with one of the worst floods in the history of Queensland, Australia. More than 10,000 people were forced to evacuate and damage from the disaster that estimated at more than $2 billion. La Nina events are also associated with rainer than normal conditions are over southeastern Africa and northern Brazil. La Nina is also characterized by higher than normal pressure over the central and eastern Pacific. This results in decreased cloud production and rainfall in that region. Drier than normal conditions are observed along the west coast of tropical South America, the Gulf Coast of the United States, and the Pampas region of southern South America. La Nina usually has a positive impact of the fishing industry of the western South America. Upwelling brings cold, nutrient-rich water to the surface. Nutrients include plankton eaten by fish and crustaceans, high-level predators including high-valued fish species such as sea bass, prey on the crustaceans. La Nina events may last between 1 or 3 years, unlike El Nino, which usually lasts no more than a year. Both phenomena tend to peak during the northern hemisphere winter. And that's the description of the La Nina and El Nino. But here's something about La Nina is being more complicated than we know. And I think that's all for Weather with Fairy. Have a good night.